A Who All Gonna Be.
This is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
I don't know why you don't use the other one, because it is J-Rock and not Eli and Josh, because they not.
Listen, because it's gonna do the split thingy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that's
weird.
fine. It's us.
But we can't never get it right on which side we supposed to go on.
It don't matter. Next time we just gonna have to lean in, so we just not in it.
Yeah. So actually, obviously I'm supposed to press the wrong button because I had to do it twice. Oh, but y'all, welcome back to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. And tonight was a night. I mean, obviously, we're off the heels of a BB Can 12 finale, so we still dealing with that. But we coming back to Survivor real quick.
Please, Survivor, let's just skip Survivor and go straight to BB Can.
Honestly, we really could. Like, we know who went home. We know why they went home. Really wasn't much to talk about.
I'm sick. We're going to get into it tomorrow, though, y'all.
We're going to get into it tomorrow because Eli don't want to be available on Wednesday nights like he should be, because he want to be out gallivanting.
He want to be playing pickleball.
Right. But no. We're excited to talk about it tomorrow. Give it some time to settle in, thoughts to,
and we'll get some answers to some questions. Because what?
Right. What is right? Because I'm just like, right. I'm still
flabbergasted
at a loss for words. But Survivor 46, y'all. This episode, I didn't know which direction it was gonna go. Things were actually looking up, right, in certain directions. We was like, hold on, are things about to flip on the power duo? Because that's what it was kind of set like up for. Yeah. But it didn't happen. So I'll just start it off. So obviously, we got back from the fallout of the vote, right? Kenzie and I almost called this girl Claire. Why Claire? I don't know. But Kenzie and Venus were not happy that. What'd you say?
That's racist.
I was calling her Claire.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Claire?
Claire, a white girl name. Except for Claire.
Venus ain't.
You know what? I'll let that rock because Claire Huxtable black. You know she a made up character.
Y'all see how she do me? So Venus and Kenzie were not happy that they were the two left out of the vote that happened to Tiff. Kenzie more so because she was like, that was my move. I just can't believe it. But she was trying to, under pretenses, like, it's okay. It's all good. Like, y'all did that. But she was really mad because she was like, but I wanted to make that move and y'all took it from me. And then you have Charlie. He's talking about the decision. And he was like, I'm keeping my options open. Yeah, we blindsided Kenzie, but I'm not putting her in the background, or Venus. I'm not going to throw them to the wolves, pretty much. He was like, if I need to work with them in the future, I'm open to doing that. And that's what a good player does. They become adaptive. They don't get hung up on their own alliance. And he's understanding that there may come a time where I might need their vote for something.
Right.
So he's leaving that bridge open. And then you have Venus. She ain't never talked good all season long, but she was talking good today when she was telling Kenzie. Basically, she was like, listen, I understand that people want these big moves, but don't be walking around here trying to brag about that. She was like, that's why people are going home, pretty much. And so she was like, just chill, Kenzie. We're going to get through it, because Maria, she done made a bigger target on herself, because she's going around talking about, I did this, I did that. Like she the queen of the castle. And so she's like, you know what? Why don't we figure out what we're going to do, And so I'm excited to see at this point. I'm like, okay, are we supposed to get a Kenzie and Venus duo? Is this about to shake up everything?
Child, you know what? Venus finally found a friend. Lord Jesus.
She finally found a friend.
She finally found an ally. Somebody.
Yeah.
Whew. It's getting sad out there for a minute.
And I was happy at this moment because they were clocking. It was like, well, the Sika 3 have just been in charge and they've been running things. I'm like, so y'all just now seeing that?
Right.
But okay. Anyways, then we get to the other 5. They all sitting around the campfire. I don't know where my voice then went. They sit around the campfire talking about this could be the final five right here, y'all. We can do it. This is Maria, Q, Liz, Ben, and Charlie. This them talking about they could be the final five. And everybody's like, oh yeah, this will be good. This will be good. Whole time Liz, I just don't want to. I don't trust Q. I just don't know. Same mess that she's always on. So no surprise there. But everybody else appears to be down with it. But, Charlie, as always, very perceptive. And we'll talk about this a little bit later, but he not as sold on Q like Maria is.
Right.
But anyways, they all get to the point where they start talking about Tiffany's idol and how they need to find it. So they get to ripping and running all across the island, back and forth, trying to find his idol. And I'm like, y'all didn't think to go look for Hunter's idol?
They didn't believe Hunter had an idol, I guess, which is crazy.
They didn't. But I don't know. Maybe y'all need to hop in the chat. Y'all know we still new to this. I felt like, or I always thought that once an idol leaves, exactly. Once an idol leaves, just to be safe. So I'm thinking like, could Hunter's idol be out there somewhere and nobody found it because they didn't believe he had it, so nobody went looking. But then somebody else commented on Twitter and they were like, oh, it's only once it's the merge, it only reappears after everybody who had an idol either uses it or is gone with it. And then they rehide one. I was like, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. They said that's at least in the new era thing. But that was on my mind. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna look for Hunter's idol. Y'all worried about Tiffany's, but so they going looking for her idol. And guess who find his idol? Venus, of all the people.
A pocket. Because apparently that's in season 46 of Survivor. 7 minutes, mark this down. Season 46 of Survivor. The only people that have won idols are pockets this season because they have all went home. Pockets.
The pockets have won the idols.
The pockets. Yep.
They found the idols. They kept the idol too. Because when the players who the pockets belong to went out, so did the idols.
Yeah.
Fourth person, third in a row. But we'll get to it.
Oh, that's crazy.
So she found the idol. But this is the Venus I actually like. Venus, not that I dislike Venus, but she was just so annoying and we knew she had no hopes of winning.
She was just stale.
Which again, stale. Which they were dumb for voting her out, which was dumb because she too would have been one I drug to the end.
100%.
She finds this idol and she's still out here looking, and she with Kenzie, and Kenzie like, girl, look over there, and she like, Kenzie like, she's just looking at the things like, oh, I don't see anything. She's like, girl, you're not even looking, and she's like, oh, but I looked under the tree. Kenzie Venus is just barely looking. Like, could you be more obvious that you have the idol? But Kenzie didn't even suspect it. Nobody suspected Venus to have it. But I thought that was funny. Her playing it up like she's still looking, but barely looking. And so after that, Charlie and Maria have a talk. And this is what I was saying, how like Maria's like, yeah, I want to keep Q for 2 more for this vote, and we can get him out next time. What do we say? Every time you keep saying next time, tomorrow, next time never come. Tomorrow never come. And then you looking up and that person in the finale. And so Charlie, his antennas are up because he like, yeah, this Q thing that Maria got going on, I'm not here for it, actually. And so I think I need to maybe start thinking about parting ways with Maria, like, because she has this big move, flashy move that the jury saw, and people are impressed with her game. And I don't know if I want to go to the end. He said, if I go to the end with Maria in the final 3, am I handing her $1 million? Well, yes, in the words of Tony.
Yes.
Tokyo Tony.
Honestly?
Well, yes.
Honestly, for me, Maria beats everybody that's left. Yeah. I think she beats everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my vote, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, she would have the hardest time against Charlie because Charlie could, I feel like he could articulate his game and how
he wasn't say that speech.
Yeah. because Kenzie did mention, and she's like, "Oh, well, Charlie knows he's just been Maria's gesture. She's the kingpin." While
Yeah,
that is
everybody else probably
true,
think that.
it's true to an extent, because really Charlie was driving things and moving pieces the way because they were ready to give up on the Tiffany vote last week, and he was like, "No, I thought we were still going through with it," stuff like that, and making her feel comfortable, sharing information with her. He has done things in this game, right? Convincing her to take out old girl that left with the idol first on their tribe at the beginning. Can't even remember her name. She gone that so long. so so Charlie
Man,
has
who was
moves
it?
in the game. I can't think of that baby name.
Helen? Oh,
No,
that's Big Brother. That's racist. That's Big Brother Canada. I mean, Big Brother US.
that's Big Brother.
She was on my jury.
Yeah, she was on. No, yes, yeah, she was like, "Yo, I can't think of that baby name."
Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I feel
Okay, look it up.
terrible. I got that woman Helen.
She been
Oh
gone so
Lord.
long, baby. She been gone so long.
Yeah,
Not Jessica. You thinking of Jessica? Not Jessica. Jessica was on the purple tribe.
Did
She was
she
on the
have
green
an
tribe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her on the green tribe though.
Are we talking about two different people?
You talk about Jessica.
I am talking about Jessica.
Yes. No.
Who
I'm
you
talking
talking
about oh girl. She was on the
Mariah.
second tribe. No. The one who went home with the idol. Jim. That's her name. Jim. That's
Oh Lord, the way I forgot Jim even exists in the Big Brother the Survivor universe.
See? It's been so long.
Jim. Okay, I was thinking about Jessica.
So he
Jessica
was
did
the
have
reason
an
why
idol
Jim
too, though,
went home.
right? Or am I tripping?
No, she did not. No.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking of Jim. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you were thinking of Jessica, but I was talking about Jim.
Yeah.
There we go. So Charlie he's a contender in his own right. Anyway, Charlie is basically, he's like, you know what? If I need to cut ties with Maria, I'm down to do it. Which these duos we've seen in the new era, they good for taking out their best friend, they closest ally, the person that they've been ace. Boom.
Get that up. Just gotta make it make sense, Anthony. It just has to make sense.
Our girl Mimi, you got to make it make sense.
You know what? We need a storage room. Gotta make it make sense. The numbers are not numbering right now.
They're not numbering. And so, yeah, because we've seen it time and time again. We've seen it with old boy cutting our girl Shan. Hey, DM Rocks. Can we end the season already? Get Maria to check. Last week, I would have said yes. This week, because she got a lot of heat on her and she's in the limelight finally, no, because that means she can go home next and give somebody else a chance to win. Which there's only two people that I would like to see win now. But
would they rehide the idol?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, just put the idol.
Leave the idols alone.
Put the idol where it go and just put it in a pocket and just leave it, because that's where they all go. They go there to die.
Y'all can chime in, those who are watching and listening, chime in the comments. But I know a lot of people in the fandom were like, let's forget about the idols. You're doing too much. The advantages are too much. So they did die down on the advantages. At this point, 46 has shown us that idols are pointless. They're useless. They're null and void because folks don't even use them. So let's just have a season without them.
I'm gonna be real. I do like the idols. It's kind of like their own veto or whatever. I know I'm always gonna Big Brother reference. But I do think hey John. I do think that, in my opinion, idols should never be rehidden. I feel like once everybody are on their, respective tribes, everybody has the opportunity to find an idol. And I feel like all idols should be good to final 5. And if you lose it, that's it. You didn't find it. I don't like the fact that somebody go home with it, let's rehide it. Somebody go home with it, let's rehide it. I think that's when it gets excessive to me. Give everybody the opportunity, I wouldn't even be mad if they would only start hiding idols at merge. That would actually be interesting.
They do a merge idol. They do.
No,
they do
only.
one specifically. Oh, just only at the merge.
Only. Yeah, because it's like, hey, if you made it to merge, you deserve, hopefully, you've been on the island this long. Let's see if you can get this little advantage. You know what? Actually, I like that. Don't waste my time with everybody looking for idols. Let's do it. Merge. I like that idea. It's just
Not bad. Not bad.
But no,
But
do not rehide them. I don't want no rehidden idols.
because it clearly is pointless. Well, this season anyway. But anyways, then we get to the immunity challenge. And I wish Josh was here because he would love to talk about this challenge. Love to talk about it. So
this is the one with
y'all
the
know how
ball?
me and Tree. Yeah. So
Yeah, this is cool comp.
Okay.
I did. You know,
gonna
I
talk
said
about
I skimmed it when I was taking my nap. Yeah, I can talk about this one. Let me get in my Josh bag. Okay, guys. So during this comp, they had like a little golf ball, right? And then they had it on like a little stake, I guess you could say. And basically they had to walk down this little narrow platform. And when they got to a certain point, then they had to add sticks and it got longer, you know, obviously, and harder for them to
balance the ball.
Balance. That's the word I'm looking for. Balance it or whatever. So everybody yes, everybody eventually gets down to the end, and then of course the equalizer. They always got an equalizer, is they have to have their little balls and then maneuver it through this puzzle. Which is crazy because that's one thing I do absolutely love about Survivor. They always have a redemption at the end. It's like you might have skimmed through all the athletic ability, but let's put that mind to work and let's see if you can get this puzzle together. And we know the good sis, Maria, she was at the back. I say, well,
no, Maria was always at the front. It was Venus at the back. Venus.
Oh, Venus was in the back. Okay, see, I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
Venus was in the back, and okay. Well, shout out to Maria because she got it, and I liked it. I like that. There's always when I get on, please do.
Please do.
Oh my gosh, I so hope you get on.
I want you on that so bad.
Wait. DM Rocks. I need you to DM. I hope you following us on Twitter, or I don't even know how you can message on YouTube because we need to know who you actually are.
So we'll know. We like.
So we know to root for you. Because if we don't know who it is, we might be like, we want him to lose. We don't want you to lose. We're gonna be sitting here like, man, we hope he go home. And he get out here like, damn, y'all want to root for me?
Y'all wanted me to go home?
So when you get that final nod, just say, hey, my name is so-and-so. And that's all you got to tell them.
That's it.
All you got to tell them. So when the show come out, we'd be like, that's our boy. But anyways, Maria won. Congratulations.
But listen, Venus wasn't going down without a fight this
she tried.
Challenge. She was close multiple times. She almost had it. She would get to the end where she had to flip the ball in there, but everybody made it to the ball part. I will say that they all did catch up.
Yeah.
And then, but she was teensy bit.
It was close, and then that little ball said, "Yeah."
I'm telling you. Oh,
they say,
"What? Look at the parallel. The last 3 people voted out. They also came in second place in the immunity challenge. Venus came in second. Tiffany came in second. Hunter came in second.
So the key is to lose these immunity challenges. If you clearly not gonna win, just bow on out. Now we got to test that theory.
Come second, right? Because if you come in second,
you will be going home.
You're going home. That's what season 46 has taught us.
What idol in your pocket? So if they rehide that idol, and whoever get it, probably going home.
If they don't play it, because what is this spirit of not playing
at
our
this
idol?
Point, where we at final 7?
We are at final 7. Well, 6 now, but yes.
It's final 7 right 6. Now.
Yeah.
Wait. So the person going home next Wednesday, it'll be 5.
Yeah. We'll be at the finale after next week.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. I guess at this point, I feel like it should be no reason for them to hide at this point. Whatever. But if you get the idol, I don't care. It's too close to the end. I'm just using it. I mean, you only have what, 2 weeks left? Or no, they last can use it at 5. Yeah, so 2 weeks. I'm using it. F it.
Might as well. And
The fact
so
that no idols have been played the entire season would have been like, something is up. Now, one idol has been played. That means it's some bad juju with these idols. So I need to go on and just use it just to be safe.
literally, I'm telling you, there is a spirit on that idol and in the idol on the island
Yep.
that is captivating these minds and controlling
Bye,
these
Alicia.
people because there is no way that you see these people going home back to back to back with these idols because Q is being set up to be the victim, to be the person to go home, and yet and still he is still here.
Hold on. You know who gonna use that idol? They had it.
Q is the only one that'll use it.
You know what? Please hide that idol so Q can get it. And I need you to have that camera like this. Hey Q, you going to the restroom? He gonna be like, yeah. Okay, put the camera that way. Hey, yeah. You sure you gotta go to the restroom? Oh, that way? You don't have to go that way.
Right.
Because listen, we already know. Okay, we've already know. We have got a little tea that y'all cameramen will be a little suggestive and be like,
you see,
they be like, y'all
do
hurry
you
up.
see any of these trees look different than the other ones?
If I'm talking and the camera is pointing to the left and I'm over here to the right, what are we looking at? Let me go investigate.
Right.
Please go investigate, Rocks. Please go investigate. Follow the camera. Please follow the camera.
And be nice to production.
People don't never pay attention to that. The camera will tell you so much because they have to paint a story. So you gotta follow the camera.
Yeah. And be nice to production. They will help you out. I know people say it's unfair, but oh well. If they helping me out
for $1 million, I want it unfair as possible for me to win.
Okay.
I ain't gonna even hold you. If it's $50, let's be unfair.
Right. Whatever
in my gas tank.
Leave it to Tracy to be on Survivor to win $1 million, and she worried about $50 in her gas tank.
Listen, $50 won't even put me on full. Come on, I need every dollar I get.
I'm about at 50 for my car. About at 50.
On E, I'm at like 65. If it's high, 70. Ooh, Lord.
Right. Ooh,
take me back to my Kia I had in college.
Listen,
bro, I had a little Kia in college, and I used to put $20 in it. There have been times where my car has been on E, and I had to go back in and be like, give me my $1.08 back. Oh, I wish I could go back to that life.
Listen,
ooh, college was it.
$20 to fill up a gas tank. Ooh, that feels like years ago. Decades.
I know, does that even exist?
No, not at all. Unless you got one of them little baby cars.
Yeah.
I only think $20 to fill up a Corolla at this point. But so that happens. Then there's with this immunity challenge, there came a reward, which was pizza. Right. And Maria won, so she got to choose some people to go with her. She chose Eyes, or Benjamin Button, as I like to call him. That's Ben. She chose Ben to go with her. And he started all this crying. Next.
You know what? Fast forward right past it. I don't even know what he was crying about, but I saw him go. I said, 15 seconds?
I don't want to see that. I don't care. I'm
sorry. What was he crying about?
Nothing. There was nothing to cry about.
Oh, he was just happy he got to eat.
Yes. I just don't think I'd be crying to eat. And maybe it's because I'm not out there and I don't know, but
on Survivor, I'm crying to eat. I ain't even hold you. I would have been in my Liz era. I'm hungry. I've been eating leaves. I ate a snail yesterday. I have to eat. I would probably be crying. I'll be crying. Now, if I got to eat a snail, I'm gonna be like, I gotta go. Bring the boat in.
I'm a big baby, right? I am a big baby, and I like to cry. I know that's crazy. People I do like to cry. However, I just don't cry over that. Don't move me. I just don't. Even though I'll be happy. Like, yes, like, oh, thank you for choosing me. But I don't see myself crying about that.
You say that now, but you know this, Mr.
I know me.
Mr. I got 18 degrees. Since you got your degree, you know
everything.
Being on that island is a psychological, it messes with your mind, messes with your brain, and them being on the island for that many days, being hungry, being sleep deprived, being cold, it's probably a perfect storm. I guess. So you think like, okay, I'd be upset and sad that I couldn't eat, but I wouldn't cry about it. Now, me saying that, I wouldn't cry over not having no food. But if I ate in a couple days, I would definitely lizzed out. I would have lizzed out.
Well, I know. Listen, I know my emotions, and like, no, crying wouldn't be the one that I would. I would be pissed if I'm starving. I'm gonna be mad, and y'all gonna know it too, because I'm gonna be in my confessionals. At this point, I don't even know why y'all keep asking me questions, because I'm just hungry.
My eyes would be teared up.
So I know my coping mechanisms that I do to get me through like troubling times, and complaining is what. So I'm gonna be a lot of complaining on Survivor. There'll be a lot of complaining,
Right.
and if I'm hungry, I don't get sad. I just get mad, like the Hulk.
I'm gonna be both. Because when I'm very, very pissed is when I cry. And I'm a person that don't like to cry. So if you got me crying, I'm pissed. And once again, I'm gonna be in my Liz era.
Which, speaking of Liz era, so she chose Benjamin Button, and here go Charlie and Ken. I'm just gonna step out because I don't want to take a place from somebody else. You crazy? You a fool? I ain't stepping out. If it's food online, I ain't taking myself out of the running for nothing. Yes,
fast
you did.
I was wondering. I like Maria didn't take her boy. Oh, she would have been evicted next round just for that. No, he did not say, "No, I'm cool on food."
Because, and here's why. Because before,
after she chose Ben,
after she chose Ben, she says, "Well, I know there are some people out here whose body is failing them, and they need the nutrition, they need this food." And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to just step out." And Kenzie was like, "Yeah, yeah." She didn't say it, but she like kind of shook her head, like Charlie. So fools, both of them, they decided to step out. So it's out of Q and Liz. And based on what Maria was prefacing, like bodies failing, people ain't ate, they need the energy. I'm like, oh, she about to choose Liz. And she says, "Well, state your case."
Hold on,
that ain't wicked.
Okay, so when this was live, I was asleep, right? So I wasn't in real time seeing this. I just need to know, was the timeline also calling her a villain? Or was that just for Q?
Uh-oh.
Thought so. Okay, next.
Clock it, because I said the same thing, Trees. Because here's the deal. Not only did she say all that, about the body failing and weak, and then she tells them to state their case. If that wasn't bad enough, then she's like, rock, paper, scissors. And Q wins. And so she's like, Q,
you gonna earn this food.
Right.
And everybody's like, you should have sat down. Why? He hungry too. He hungry last week. And it's a new day. I'm still hungry.
Today's a new day. I want this food now.
Listen today.
Give me the piece of pepperoni, sausage, and cheese. I don't care if I went last week or yesterday. I don't care if it was 2 hours. If you want to choose me for the reward, I'm going to take it.
I don't care if I'm full and just left another reward. I'm going. Because I might be a little parched. I might want a little bread. I'm still going.
And so, no. So Liz sits there quietly, meek, timid, demure, and don't say nothing. She just look all sour and sad. I'm like, oh, you didn't go off on Maria like you did
another thing
last week. No, go ahead.
And Ben.
Clock him, get him too.
Ben.
Yeah.
So when do we get to the conversation of Maria also being a bully?
Oh, bully.
Didn't you just say that?
Get him, Trace. Get him. Clock it.
Hold on. Second of all, why you didn't just trade your place for Liz?
Uh-oh.
Because you knew how hungry it was. Oh, because you was hungry too. Oh, you remember y'all
all of a sudden. Okay. Right. All of a sudden, it's okay for your bestie.
It's a crazy coincidence.
I just find it funny how that roles have been reversed, and yet Liz still didn't get to eat. How y'all complained last week, how Q was wrong, he did her wrong. Okay, and she blew up on him because she had a little meltdown, whatever. And then y'all say, oh, well, she didn't have a meltdown this week because she got it all out last week. Okay, but Maria played in your face. That would have pissed me off. I don't know about y'all. Maybe that's where y'all from. That's what way y'all do it. But if somebody gonna be talking about how they know my condition, they know my body is shutting down, they know I'm starving, and then they make me play rock, paper, scissors. They tell me to plead my case up against somebody who already had the reward. No, you thought I went off last week? Maria probably would have got cussed out. Not me, because I won't cuss, but she would have got. If I'm Liz, Liz should have cussed her smooth out. She should have cussed her from one end of the island to the next. Would it have helped anything? No, but she would have known that you made a mistake. Like you know you did me wrong. And then for being to call Q and them a bully last week, and he was wrong. You know you hungry. You should have did that. Like Tree said, did you offer up your spot? Didn't. Did you tell Maria she was wrong for not choosing Liz? Didn't. You sat there, ate your pizza, you smiled, and you had a good time. So these double standards, clocked it.
And that's why the Q skirt lives another day.
And y'all mad. Y'all gonna stay mad because and Q, he's done some things that I'm not happy that he did in this game. But you know what? At this point,
it's hailing over here. It's hailing.
Oh my!
It was going earlier, but then it came back.
Oh no, y'all, we gonna get through this little thing. We ain't gonna hold on. We ain't got time for Trees to be stuck in
if
hell.
If I disappear, you know my power went out. You know
and y'all know that Texas grid ain't worth nothing.
Baby, the Texas grid is worth a piece of juicy fruit gum taped together. That's the equivalent. I agree.
And you know it's old because juicy fruit is old, and don't nobody eat juicy fruit.
Hard. I don't even know why that popped in my mind.
So that's let you know.
Good, but the flavor lasts 13
seconds.
It is so good. Like it's one of the best flavored gums. We get off topic so easy. Probably, not probably because of me. But it's so flavorful. But the flavor, by the time you put it in your mouth when you're in the car, and outside your house, by the time you get in the house, put your purse down, put your keys down, lock the door, the flavor gone.
The flavor gone. And that's about equivalent to these idols. These people find these idols, they have them in their pocket, and by the time they sit down at tribal, they already didn't. By the time they finish unwrapping it, they already home.
Pretty much.
They've been torture snuffed. But anyway, so they're talking about, how great it is they may eat their little food. But back at camp, they pissed. They pissed at Maria. She's the villain now, is what they're calling her. She was wrong for what she did. They couldn't believe that she said all that and still didn't take Liz. And pretty much she put a target on her back. And Charlie did what anybody worth something in the game did. And he was like, yeah. And Q, she taking her closest allies. That's her closest ally. And
that was smart. I said, okay, Q. Charlie, you playing. See? Purpose. That was done purposely. And right there, Charlie, okay, I'm looking at you next week. Yep, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. And he didn't say anything bad about Maria. He was just basically like, Q. Now all of a sudden, Q, her closest ally. He just piling that Q thing on, just keep hitting at the Q. Because he says, if you can't get somebody in the game, you get that closest ally. And it appears to me, Q is her closest ally. He chose her last week. She chose him this week.
Okay, Charlie Swift.
And he still ain't getting no bail from me because he should never voted out Tiffany. But I see what he doing, Good game. I gotta acknowledge good game when it's good game.
Right, for sure.
And then Maria come back and she trying to apologize and she going on this whole story. I'm so sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. Girl, say what you saying.
Say with your chest.
And all she had to do, I think Sarah from Nerd Entertainment, I don't know if y'all listen to her podcast, but she mentioned all she had to do was like, Q took me last week, so I'm repaying the favor. End of story. That's all she had to say.
Honestly, he should have been her first pick because everybody know you're going to get more than one pick at least. And that would have saved her right there. I'd have been like, look, when I went on the challenge last week, me and Q had a conversation. I was hungry and I said, if you pick me, if you win, I promise you next time I win, I got you. Simple as that. Well, they did promise each other. And it could be a complete lie. You probably been like, yeah, I said that. He would have been right along with that lie because he get to eat.
Perfectly aligned with it. And so in that moment, you have different factions. So Maria, her little coven that she got,
Rox, feel free to use this tea we giving you.
feel free. So Maria's coven, they're talking about getting rid of Venus. That's who Q won out. He said, we sick of Venus. Let's get rid of Venus. They're all on board to get rid of Venus. They're tired of her. They're sick of her. Charlie has other options. Like I said, while they was away, they're planning to take out Q. And so Venus, in all her glory, for whatever reason, as she is solidifying the final four with Charlie, Ben, and Kenzie, is who she said, she told, even though I don't think she cared for Ben. But anyway, she's trying to solidify this final four with Charlie included, right? Because she purported to the other ladies at the other earlier that I can make sure we can get Q home. I know we can send him home. I know we can do it. I got Charlie for sure. I got him in my back pocket. And so she's solidifying this deal with him. Charlie is on board 100%. We're voting out Q. I'm flipping the gang. We're taking out Q. But then she's like, just know we're good no matter what. Advantages and things. Don't worry about it all. And he like, you got something? I'm not telling you right now. Let's just get through this vote and I'm going to tell you next week.
Right.
And her thinking was, let's get through this week and then I'll build trust by sharing with him something that I have next week. Not a bad idea. But what you should have done was told him that you had anything, or alluded to, because she alluded to having something. Oh, don't worry. Just trust me. No, ma'am. Because we already know how unpredictable and capricious you are. So why would I trust that you are going to do what you say to do if you're withholding information from me right now? And so I'm like, Venus, here you go. All you have to do is hush. Go to tribal.
That's all she has to do.
Was go to tribal. And you would have kept your idol. Q would have went home. And you could have used it next week. Because she said, actually, I was going to use my idol. But I don't think I need to. This Q vote is happening. I built the trust that I need of the people, and I'm going to be able to save it. I know some people feel like I need to use it, or they should use their idol real quick based on it. And I feel like that's something that was what I wanted to do at first, but now going into it, I know I don't have to. I said Venus, Mercury, Neptune, Uranus, Mars, Jupiter. Use that idol. Otherwise, you're what, Trees?
You're going home.
You're going home. And so
to jury, but
right, same thing. Y'all know we say home, jury, whatever. And so that causes Charlie to doubt her, and he starts to suspect something is up. So he goes and tells Kenzie that she's been a little funny, a little wishy-washy, and Kenzie like, oh yeah, well, I ain't got time for that. I really want Q. And she's like, and so because Charlie goes and talks to Ben, and he's trying to gauge where Ben is at, and Ben was like, oh no, we need to get Venus. Venus has to go. So he's dead set on Venus. And Charlie runs that back to Kenzie, and she's like, oh, these boys are just being scary. They just don't want to do Q because they take out Q. Then that means they're going to be vulnerable. But if I take out Venus, that makes me vulnerable. And so I'm thinking she's going to go run this back to Venus, or at least stay the course to get out Q. But we get to tribal council, and the first thing that I see when they walk in is Tiffany. She do the little side eye look at them, as she should, because I'd still be pissed too, Queen. I know, blind side is still fresh. So she gave them a little look, but in the midst of all of this, Jeff starts asking these little questions or whatever, and shout out to them for bringing Twizzlers. I know this was pre-recorded, but I feel like they was listening to the podcast because
they were
just
somehow trash these.
Literally, we're just talking about the Twizzlers on the last pod for Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Jeff starts asking questions, and then Venus and Q start firing off on each other, and they get into it. And basically, he was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what's going on. She's like, well, I knew what was going on with the last 3 votes and you didn't. So, and Tiffany said, ooh. And it was just a mess to see because I'm like, y'all both going back to back to back to back at each other. And both of y'all been on the chopping block half the season by now. And both of y'all right at the same time. Y'all both wrong because Q has been the target. Q was going home. But then they like, you know what? Let's make up a blind side.
Oh.
So Q, right. And Venus, you weren't really on the right side. They just decided to spare you because they felt like you weren't worth a vote, unfortunately. And so they go vote. And there's this random vote for Kenzie out there. Like, okay.
You know who did that, Kenzie?
Yes. It was Ben. Why Ben did that? I don't know. Don't know where that came from. But yes, Ben did it. And everybody vote, you know, Q's vote come out, and then it say Venus. 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 Did Venus play her idol, y'all? Did she get up when Jeff said, does anybody have a Munich idol or advantage they would like to play at this time? Did she stand up?
Nope. It is where in season 46 where idols go to die in a pocket.
In a pocket. Because she was voted out and sent to the jury with an idol in her pocket. And it's unfortunate because I'm just like, how did we get here? The fourth person of the season.
Did we
get here?
Nobody's supposed to be here. Oh, that's right. Come on, I've seen the whole song.
Okay, the whole one. And
woo, how we here?
Fourth person of the season, third person in a row. Q was supposed to be the vote. Yet Q still here, still kicking.
Q, you've been touched by Angel Girl.
Angel Girl.
Baby.
The survival guys are watching
they be
over
looking
him.
out for Q.
But he had a praying Banu.
Not just had a praying Banu.
Because Banu's prayer, he is lasting on the prayers of Banu. Because Banu prayed if he couldn't make it, you know Q was his best friend. So Banu's prayers have transferred to prosper. Do you do right by me?
Shoot. Oh my God.
Jinx. But yeah, y'all, Venus went home. It was so sad to see in the terms of like, dang, girl, you was this close to being, you know, in a good position and taking out somebody that were your ops. And you failed. Went home with the idol in your pocket. And so, honestly, with this final six, I don't know what's about to happen, but I do know that people are ready to take Maria out. They ready for her to go. So, Maria, you better sleep with two eyes open, sis, because they coming for you.
I really wish they did final 2 instead of 3, honestly. And it's probably because, you know, my big brother mindset. And I would absolutely love to see Maria and Q in final 2. I feel like Maria might dub it, but the way these questions would get answered would be so entertaining. And you never know, the way you answer these jury questions could change the game.
Changes everything. It can change everything. We saw that in 44. Like, almost got her clear. Carolyn was a favorite to win this thing, and she got to that final 3 and boop, Yam Yam ate
it
her
was
up.
like Jello. Cause girl, what did you talking about? I'm gonna be real, I can't even remember not one question she answered. She was just
barely, and didn't even talk.
Running her mouth.
We had a better speech in answering the questions than she did. We had Carolyn's speech written out weeks in advance based on the moves that she made. We had a game-winning question, answers, and speech.
That was Carolyn's game to lose, honestly.
Truly. And she lost.
And that she did. And that she did. Hey, she got that what's it what's her name? Check. That Sia chick. SZA was in my mind, and I was like, that is not right. Like, what is it? I was about to say that SZA chick. I said, it's not SZA. SZA ain't got no money. Now
She
got
do.
money, but probably
She got a little
SZA money. I mean,
She
Sia
ain't got
money,
Sia
but
money,
she got money.
which
But
I
she
didn't know
got.
Sia was rolling in the dough like
I'm
that.
gonna be real. What do see? Where she be getting all her money from? Because she was cool for a minute, but like she still got money like that.
All I
guess
know is
you know what? It's probably
Chandelier.
a tax write off. Does that count as a tax
Well,
write off?
probably because Chandelier was super hot, and it was in that one movie, The
Chandelier is
Showman,
still about.
and it was in The Greatest Showman. Everybody raves about that movie, so she probably
I
getting
still ain't
checks.
never
She
seen
probably
it. I
got
need to see
checks
it.
off of that. Me either.
Mm.
So she
I heard it
probably
was
getting
good. So I'm gonna
residuals
watch
from
it one of
that.
these days.
We ain't watching that movie.
I'm
We're
gonna
not
see what her
watching that.
net worth is. I might. Chances
So
are
I don't know
slim,
what Sia do.
but I might.
But I see what D and Rox is talking about. They say they rather have a final two because the third person never gets votes.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that's the
Yeah.
only reason why a final three is pointless is if the third person never gets votes. Oh, D and Rox said they know all the Sia songs. Okay, now don't
How
get
is
on
Sia so
Survivor.
rich? Why is that the first question? How was Sia so rich? She got about 30 million.
Listen, D and Rox, don't get on this show talking about I know all the Sia songs like Swifty. Because we're gonna be calling you
I'm gonna be like, I
DMC.
know like one Sia song, but the one I do know is a bop.
Chandelier is the only thing I know she do.
Chandelier. It's a bop.
I wanna swing.
Wait, have we ever seen her face? Did she finally reveal it? Or is she still hiding?
We've seen.
Oh, okay. I know I'm saying so
Yes.
old right now because I know I'm so behind.
No, because that was me. I was like, so do we ever see her face? Because she always hiding behind them that black and white hair thing. That wig, them bangs.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. If I had saw her on the street, I wouldn't know who that woman is. She 48.
Still wouldn't know.
Okay.
Listen, I've seen her face now because Davey went to this party. Well, Davey plus some of the Tika 4 or 3 or whatever people from last season in 45, they went to her house for a party, and so I seen her face that way. But I still wouldn't be able to tell you who Sia is if you put her up in a lineup. Sorry, but
that Chandelier was a bop, sis.
It was bopping. So y'all, with our final thoughts with this season, with the final 6 that we have, at this point now with Heat all on, Maria, Charlie, I would say is the favorite in terms to win in terms of game.
Really? You think so? I still think it's Maria ahead of Charlie.
I said with the heat on her, I just don't think she's gonna last.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not Jeff got some
good plastic surgery because he's in this. Jody got a little Botox, a little tuck tongue, something. He got something.
Yeah. And so
is the jury split? 3 men, 3 women?
No, it's only two men.
Charlie. No, 3. Ben, Q, Charlie, and then Maria, Kenzie, Liz.
You said jury, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's left?
My bad. Oh, yeah, it's split. It's Kenzie, Mother Maria, and Lizard. And then you got Q and Benjamin Button. Oscar
definitely is.
It was a high key because it's just another one in DJ Khaled's voice. Another one.
I'm gonna be real. When Venus was talking to Kenzie, I think it was just Kenzie. I can't remember. And she was just like, "We can get these votes. I know I can pull somebody in." Venus, when have you ever been able to do anything in Survivor?
That's what I'm saying.
I can pull somebody in. I'm gonna be real. Venus couldn't do nothing that entitled to persuade anybody to do anything. I said, "Oh, she going home."
But I'm gonna give her credit because she did though.
Tried.
But because she ran her mouth.
She tried. Yep.
But okay, here's another thing. I'm gonna leave it at this because the only names that's been floating the last few is either Q or Tiff, Q or Tiff, or Q or whatever. Q or who? Q. First of all, y'all recognize they all talked about the Sega 3, too much power. This is Liz, Kenzie, and Venus talking. So they finally woke up and realized that the Sega 3 are running everything.
Yep.
Well, we need one of them to go. Maria wins immunity. Okay, so let's pull Q in. Q, we're going to be keeping you. So let's vote out one of these Sega 3. That's what all they need to do. They had the votes. They didn't even need Charlie. They should have been voting
That's
Charlie
it.
out this week, is what they should have done. But if they
Yep.
wanted to keep Charlie, they should have been voting out Benjamin. One of them Sega men's should have been leaving today. Is what should have happened. And the fact that it didn't happen is ridiculous. It's because of poor planning and them not using game logic. I was gonna
Exactly
say
what it
Q was their
was.
winner, no matter what. I don't think Q can win this game, but if Q gets to the final 3, give it to him, because that's y'all stupid fault for keep talking about tomorrow, next week, next time, next tribal,
Yeah.
next vote. Okay, and we ain't got too many next votes. We ain't got too many tomorrows.
I think
The
Maria
finale's
goes on
tonight.
next. Yeah. I think she's out next, is my guess.
Or she go at 5.
Wait, the next person go out is 5, huh?
Well, it'll be 5 left after the next person.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. So it is 6 people left. That's right.
Yeah.
And so 5. So who
She
you think
going
go
home
next?
the next couple rounds.
I think Q
I'm
go
going
next.
to. If he doesn't win immunity, I could see them cutting him.
I think it goes Q. I'm gonna guess and say Q, Maria.
Yeah.
Are interchangeable of who's out next.
Yeah.
Unless something like crazy happens on the island, I think it's a switch up between them two. Maria,
I can see that.
with that little food pig and had a little misstep. So
are we looking at a Kenzie, Charlie, and Liz final 3?
Yes, with Liz with 0 votes, as she deserves. Do they get third place money too?
Yes, she'll get 80K.
She need to get 4th place.
Go. Right.
Do 4th place get money? They do get jury money, right?
I don't know how Survivor works.
I'm about to look that up. Okay, I hope she go 4th, but she probably gonna be 3rd. But I would wholeheartedly drag Liz to the end.
They were just dumb. Liz, yeah, if they were real smart, like I said, Q, because the jury can't stand them, and Venus for sure would have been with me I'll be pulling her straight to the final with me.
At this point, Q is a shoe-in to bring to the final, because ain't nobody they tolerate him, but don't nobody.
Because guess what I would be doing? You remember when he didn't feed you, Liz? You remember when he blindsided you, Tiffany, or he was a part of that blindside to get you out? Oh, you remember Hunter when he turned against you, ran? I would be spilling it all the way down, up and through.
All the tea.
All the tea. But yeah, that's all we got for y'all. We're supposed to be here quick, and here we is running our mouth, as always. But listeners, viewers, we appreciate you for taking the time to hang out with us on this good late Wednesday night. Sorry we're later today because BB Can finale. So we were a lot later than what we normally would be. But thank you for tuning in. If you are watching and listening from Twitter, please make sure you're following us on Twitter at AWhoall there. And then make sure you go to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already at AWhoall Gonna Be There podcast. And turn on those notifications, please, so you always know when we got an episode coming out. Oscar, we love you too, Oscar. We love you now too. We love you. We want to be down. What you going through?
Okay, another let me get y'all off topic. You off topic once again. Did y'all know that if you do this on FaceTime, it makes hearts come out?
Yes, I've seen that.
I did not know that, because I don't be doing that. And if you
do a thumbs up,
it does it too.
It does balloons
just
for
found
thumbs
that
up.
out. Oh, I did when I did thumbs up, it was just a thumb. I don't have balloons. They whack. I want the balloons.
Yeah, we did that. Or something else.
That was news to me. StreamYard need to do it too. Come on, get with the times.
Not get with the times. But yes. Oh, and if you're listening on Apple and Spotify, so shout out to everybody that's all in the Czech Republic, and Brazil, and Canada. all those different places
All
are
around the
listening to us.
world.
We see
Do you
you.
hear me?
Hear me? Do you like the thing and a Nikki? We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate you. So make sure you're leaving 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify and wherever else you get your audio podcasts as well. But yeah, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to seeing you back next week for Survivor 46. But also tomorrow, if you're watching BB Can, because we gonna get into this finale for Big Brother Canada, and we got thoughts upon thoughts upon thoughts.
It's just gonna be an hour of us crying, but go ahead and come over.
I don't know if I'm crying because it's like
I'm
you
a
did it to
cry.
yourself.
I'm a cry. Okay, half the
can't
show
even cry.
because Byyyeee is a deserving.
No,
winner.
we'll leave it for tomorrow. Nope, stop, because we're gonna be here talking
Because
about
I'm
it all
gonna
night.
I'm gonna go on a rant for 20
Right.
minutes, and we're gonna be on here for 20 more minutes. I need to take a nap. We're gonna get into it tomorrow.
It's been great.
But thank y'all.
We love
for coming
y'all. Y'all have a great night.
in. Eric said, "Tree, shut up."
Yeah, no.
Bye,
We
y'all.
gotta go. Bye.